Good afternoon, students.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Had your lunch, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, students, is my screen is visible?
No, ma'am.
Oh, okay. It will take a few seconds to load. Now, is it visible, students?
Visible, ma'am.
My screen is visible? Okay. Is the PPT visible, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in last class, we have seen the introduction about ASP.NET, and we have seen how to create a simple a simple website, and we have also seen the controls how we used in the ASP.NET, the text box and the validation also, the validation part also I have shown you in the last class. When I take a text box, if a visibility I make false, then that text box will not appear on the web page. So like that, some we the modification, the designing of the web page, the coloring of the web page, and how if you want to add some CSS file or class, any other additional files, if you want to add, how to add to the web page, we have seen in the last class. Correct, my students? The designing the what is the ASPX file contains, and what is the default page, what is the master page, and when you take an empty page, what all you can find in the solution explorer. When you take a default page, in the default page, what all the things you the will be available in the ready-made website will be available. So some two links are already there. If you want to include some other links, you can include the links. Whereas in the case of empty website, if you take an empty website, nothing will be there from the beginning. Forms, that is ASPX file, everything you have to add, web form, everything, website forms, everything you have to add to the empty website. So the difference you have seen, no, you have observed the difference how it was that if you take a default page, how the look of the website. If you take an empty page, how the look of the, means the appearance, how when you execute, how it appear on the website, we have seen in the last class. And the design also we have seen, the coding, everything, how we you did for window application, the same we use for ASP.NET also. Next we have AJAX. Yes, students, next we have AJAX. AJAX stands for uh, that is uh, asynchronous JavaScript and XML. AJAX stands for asynchronous JavaScript and XML. And what is AJAX? When we start learning about AJAX, or in our mind, the first question will come, what is AJAX? So what is HTML? HTML is used to develop a website. It has some basic tags, that is body tag, HTML tag, header tag, title tag, bold, italic. So we have different tags in HTML. Whichever tags are necessary, whichever tags are mandatory, those tags to run a program, those tags we use. If you want to display some image in your website, then we use an image tag. If you want to display some tables or hyperlink, then we use hyperlink tag and table tag. So with respect to the program, what is the first we see what is the problem statement. Based on the problem statement, we use a different tags in the HTML program. What is CSS file? CSS stands for cascading style sheet. When you develop a web page using HTML, if you want to give some, if you want to add some effects to the background or to the foreground or to the div tag, with the help of this CSS, you can add an effect or you can design the web page. Yes, students, when you take a web page, so you can to design a web page, there are two methods, that is inline and outline. Inline within the inline means within the program only we are designing the web page with the different colors, different background, images, font style, font border style, with all that in the HTML tag only. If you use that, is called as inline. If you are taking from other side, from outside, if you are taking the features from the outside, that it is outline. Outline is nothing but using a CSS file. This is a basic. This in the first semester only we have learned this. Why I am explaining again here is because in ASP.NET we have HTML and CSS tags. Yes, student, that's why I'm repeating here. So AJAX stands for asynchronous JavaScript and XML. AJAX is a new technology. So this AJAX, asynchronous JavaScript and XML, is a new technology for creating better, faster, and more attractive web application with the help of XML, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So what is AJAX is? AJAX is a new technology for creating. AJAX is used to develop a web page, or AJAX is used to develop a web application, or AJAX is used to develop a website. AJAX is used to develop a website, or I can also say AJAX is used to develop a web application. Which type of web application? Using HTML also you can develop a web application. Using ASP.NET also you can develop a web application. But AJAX is a new technology for creating faster, more interactive web application with the help of XML, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. AJAX uses XHTML for content, CSS for presentation. Yes, students, just now I told to design your web page. It may be the color and border style of the page, or border style. If you want to change the specific div tag border styles, a table border color, a table border format, or table text format, if you want to change anything specifically also using this CSS file, we can do. So AJAX uses HTML, so XHTML for content. For the content purpose, in AJAX uses XHTML and CSS for presentation. To present, or to do any presentation, or presentation is nothing but CSS for presentation, along with the the DOM. How many levels of DOM we have, students? Do you remember, anybody? So we have DOM 0, DOM 1, DOM 2, DOM 3. So up to 3 DOM. So these DOMs are used to design a web page. To design a dynamic web page, we are using the DOM levels. So this AJAX uses XHTML for content, CSS for presentation, along with the document object model. In short, we call as a DOM. So along with DOM and JavaScript for dynamic content display. So for dynamic content display, we use JavaScript. So here in the previous point, in the first point, what I am telling is AJAX is a new technology. Using in that AJAX is used to create a better, faster, and more attractive web application with the help of XML, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So here, how HTML is used, why CSS is used, why DOM is used, why JavaScript is used is here. That is, XHTML is used for the content purpose, CSS is used for the presentation purpose, along with the DOM and JavaScript for dynamic content display. For dynamic content display, we use JavaScript. Conventional web application transmit information to and from the server using asynchronous request. See, what is website? What is the use of website? When if any request we want, in the last class also I told this Google example. So Google, why we use Google? If you want to search something, or if you have any doubt, to find the answer or to find the solution for our doubt, we use Google. So we, as a client, we put a request to the web application to the web application, and that web application or that interface, what happens here, students, we are creating an interface. Yes, using ASP.NET or using AJAX, we are creating interface. That interface, what it does is, it sends the request to the server. That interface, it sends a request to the server, and from the server, it takes the answer, it gets a solution, and it displays on the interface. So with the help of interface, we can do this. So here we are creating a interface. So this interface plays a very important role. So it interface means it may be containing different forms, buttons, page, server. So the combination of all this, the combination of all this makes a proper web page or a useful web page. With Ajax, when you hit submit, JavaScript will make a request to the server. So with the Ajax, when I click on the submit button, is nothing but it may be a search button also. When you hit a submit, the JavaScript will make a request to the server, interpret the result, and update the current screen. So update. So previously, so here I'll take this. So what I type, Google. So this Google is an interface. This Google is an interface. So this Google is one website. A website. What is Agile? See, using this interface in this website, I am putting a request. So I am putting a request, student. So here, when you with Ajax, when you submit, when you hit a submit button, the JavaScript will make a request to the server. So here, when I click on this search button, when I click on the search button, the JavaScript is sending request to the server. Yes, here the JavaScript is sending request to the server, and server interpret the result. It checks the results and update the screen. Yes, students, this previously the screen was not like this. Previously the screen was like this. This was the current screen. So now here I am sending the request. What is Ajax? This is my request. Now after when it finds a data, when it finds a matching data, then definitely the output screen will change. The website will change. The image, the presentation will change. So it will interpret the result and update the current screen. So current screen is updated in the purest in the purest scene. The user would never know that anything was even transmitted to the server. So when it happens, the user we as a user will not come to know. We as a user will not come to know what has happened. What has happened, just whatever the request, what is happening at the backend, we will not come to know. Just whatever the request we are sending, that request, whatever the request we are sending, for that request, if any data is matching, it will display, it will update the screen. So previously my screen was like this. So now I'm sending what is Ajax. Yes, student, definitely now the output screen will change. Then here, what is the Ajax and why it is used? See, so many similar other questions are also it is displaying. See, I have written what is Ajax WXRRR. See, student, the server doesn't know what is this WXRR, but for this here it is finding the matching data. Do you mean what is Ajax RRR? So it is asking, do you mean that? So if any related answer also if it is having, then it will display. See something I have typed. See what message it is displaying. It looks like there are not any great match for this search. See, for this search we don't have any match, but something RW, RWDS something I have typed no. So related to that, if any information is there, so then it will display the information. See some related to that, if any videos, if whatever the data is available, so that it will display. See, here I have GDF. Some the Google will try to the server, when the interface will try to find one or the other answer which is relating or which is matching to the client. So interpret the result and update on the screen. And AJAX is a web browser technology independent of the web server software. AJAX is a web browser technology. It is independent of the web server software. Next we have ASP.NET AJAX server controls. ASP.NET AJAX server controls. Here we have four server controls. Here we have four server controls: script manager control, update panel control, update progress control, and time control. Four controls we have in AJAX server control. The script manager control. This is the first control. The script manager control is the essential core of AJAX extension. Script manager core is essential for the script manager control is the essential core for the AJAX extension that makes ASP.NET AJAX possible for managing the JavaScript for you behind the scene. This control is used, or this control helps AJAX to manage some of the tasks with the JavaScript. Yes, students, when we were started executing the Part B program, what we did, we started including some of the namespaces to the existing namespace. Yes, is it right? When we started developing a Part B program, in Part B program, we are creating a different forms. When you take a default page, when you take an empty program, when you take an empty file, there by default some of the namespaces will be there. So now with respect to our project, related to our project or related to our program, if you want to include any other namespaces, you can include in the program. Yes, did we include forms, SQL client.data, system using system.data.forms? We have included, no students? So previously it was not there. So for to run the form application, to run the SQL client application, or SQL client program or form program, we are including that in the program. How we did in C programming to find the square root of a given number, or to find the power or to implement the power function, or to implement the trigonometric function, to find the solution for the trigonometric function. So what we include in the program, we include math.h. This is a header file. This is the math.h is a header file which is used to execute a program which is related to any maths. And we use string.h. If you want to execute any string program, then we use string.h. So similarly in AJAX we have a script manager control. The script manager is essential for the core for the AJAX extension to make the ASP AJAX possible by managing the JavaScript. And there are number of client script library available in ASP.NET developer. So in ASP.NET, there are number of JavaScript libraries are available, and whichever is necessary that that they use in the program. There are a number of client script library available to ASP.NET developer, and when a script manager is used, only the relevant ones are downloaded to the client. So when the script manager is used in the program, only the relevant ones are downloaded to the client. Panel control. Update panel control is used to visually design the part of the page that is used in partial page rendering. So to design the page, this update panel control is used. The placing control inside an update control enables you to refresh the selected part of the web page instead of refreshing the whole page with the post back of the web server. So instead of updating the complete web page, a particular control also, if you want to update with the help of this update control, you can do. So I have created a website. In that website, I have home page, I have other information, registration page, login page, some n number of pages will be having in the website. No need to using the update panel control. No need to refresh the complete website. Whichever control you want to refresh, you can refresh the particular control. Whichever a particular control, if you want to update, you can update. Update progress control. Update progress control shows the status information of the progress of the download occurring in the update panel. Yes, students, when you download any software, or when you download any song or movie or whatever, when you download or when you upload, when you download or when you upload a status we can see the status bar. It will show the how much the data has uploaded or how much the data has downloaded. By seeing the status bar, we'll come to know that how much it has uploaded or downloaded. So the update progress control shows the status information for the progress of the download occurring in the update panel. So the how much it has downloaded. So why that status is necessary, students? Because I'll come to know how much time still I need to download this particular software. In your phone only, when you go to Google Play Store, if you want to install WhatsApp, so what you do, in the search tab of the Play Store, I type WhatsApp. So when I click on download, so there you can see the status, how much it has downloaded. You can see the status. If it has downloaded 50%, then you can see 50% status, 90%. So whatever the current status will be there, it will show using the update progress control. The page can contain multiple update progress control. Each one can be associated with a different update panel control. So the page may be, so we when we download any song at a time, at a time, we may not download a single song. We want to download 10 songs. So once I click on the download on the first song, next I'll click on the download button on the second song. So there we can find the status of the first song, and even we can also find the status of a second song also, how much it has downloaded, whether the download has completed 100% or 50%, 60%, what is the status of second song. If I started downloading the third song also, the status for each, if I download 10, if I download n number of songs also, it will the progress button or the progress controller will show what is the progress of each controls. So it is not that if I start downloading the first song, so unless and until the first song downloads, it will not show the status of a second song. It is not like that. If you download two songs, Parallelly, it will show the status of both the songs. Alternatively, you can use a update progress control and associated with all the panel control in on the page. So time control enables you to perform the post back at the specified interval. So time to run a website when you go to a website for if you sub mm, anybody visited IR. I think many of you visited IRCTC website. I used many of the website, but IRCTC website is very much what to say. It is not at all user friendly. Why? Because if you do if you do if you do any delay if you do any delay when you put a data into the website or when you insert a data into the website, if it takes more time, then immediately it will show timeout, and you cannot have a back option also. If you have done any mistake in the selection of train or selection of a date, if you have done any mistake, if you want to go back, then again it will start from the beginning, from login again. Once again you have to log into the website. I think many of you face this problem. So this I compared to other websites, this IRCTC is little headache because every time we have to go re-log in to the website, and very soon the time it will show the timeout timeout status it will show. So for to run a specific task, to run or to do a specific task, a specific time intervals will be given. It may be 5 minutes or 10 minutes, with according to the task or according to the data how much we have to insert onto the particular website. So based on that they'll give a time, so we have to stick on to the time. Once we are exceeding the time, then it will show timeout error. It will show timeout error. The time controller enables you to perform the pay. See, once if I start up filling any application, I talk with my friends and I aram. So if I start entering the data, then when I click on submit button, what it shows, it will show timeout. So next time when I do, then what I do, I'll not talk with anybody. Then whatever I will think I will understand that the time limit has given for this website is very limited. In that time only I have to complete the submission, otherwise it will show timeout. Some website, if you take 2-3 hours also, it will not show timeout because they have not given any time limit for that website. So in time the time limit will be there. The time control enables you to perform a post back at a specified interval. So if you are doing a delay, then again you have to go back and do your work. So that's why in the stipulated time we have to complete the work. It can be used to trigger the automatic update to an area of page that are wrapped with an update control. So this time control is used to update the pages automatically. So these are the controls we have in AJAX. Yes, students, AJAX understood what is AJAX and what are the controls of the AJAX? Understood, students? Yes, students. Next we have script manager control update panel. We have seen the script manager update control and create. Next we have only a small topic, that is creating a simple application using AJAX server control. So in 1 or 2 classes I can complete the syllabus. Yes, students, understood the controls and the introduction of AJAX. Is Nayana? Here, ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾ? Nayana, you want to tell something?
No, ma'am.
Your
No, ma'am.
mic is on, no? So I thought you want to tell, you want to share something. Your students understood? Students, I'll stop here. Answer your attendance. Yes, students, in 1 or 2 classes, I'll complete the syllabus. Then every day you have to share your screen and you have to show. Now we'll give more concentration, or will give more importance to Part B program. Whatever the forms, how many forms you have created, everything you have to show in each class. You have to share the screen and we'll discuss. Answer attendance. Aditya, Ajay, Ajay, Amit, Antima,
Present, ma'am.
Apurva,
Present,
Ashwini,
ma'am.
Bindu,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Divyesh, Gaurish,
Yes, ma'am.
Gautami, Gautami, Gunashekar. Gautami is not there. Gunashekar,
Present, ma'am.
Harini, Surya,
Present, ma'am.
Nayana,
Present, ma'am.
Nazma,
Present, ma'am.
Pradeep, Pradeep, Rajesh. Sorry. Nidhi is there. Nidhi, Preeti,
Present, ma'am.
Rajesh, Sahadev, Sahadev, Saket,
Present, ma'am.
Santosh, Seema,
Yes, ma'am.
Sinchana. Sinchana is not there. Spurti,
Present, ma'am.
Shashank,
Present, ma'am.
Varsha, Varsha absent. Yashashwini,
Present, ma'am.
Amruta,
Present, ma'am.
Anusha, Anusha, Apurva,
Present, ma'am.
Sai Siddharth,
Yes, ma'am.
Chetana,
Present, ma'am.
Kavya.
Present, ma'am.
Kavya, why you are not attending regularly? Again, last 2 classes you are absent.
Ma'am,
Manish,
I was not well.
Madhushri,
Present, ma'am.
Manish,
Present, ma'am.
Sarfraz,
Present, ma'am.
Murgesh,
Present, ma'am.
Mani, Paresh, Pooja,
Present, ma'am.
Paresh absent. Prashant, Prashant absent. Pratibha,
Present, ma'am.
Pratik, Sadhana,
Present, ma'am.
Shashank, Shraddha,
Present, ma'am.
Sridhar,
Present, ma'am.
Tanuj, Tanuj, Tejaswini,
Present, ma'am.
Umehani,
Present, ma'am.
Ashish,
Present, ma'am.
Vidya, Vidya, Vishal, Vishal absent. Yes,
Ma'am?
students, any doubt here? What is
Ma'am?
AJAX? Where we use AJAX and the controls of the AJAX? We have 4 controls of AJAX: time control.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, Harini is present, ma'am. Her mic is not working, ma'am.
Okay. Umehani, I thought you were asking some doubt. Okay, Harini, I marked. I marked. So these controls, script manager control, update panel control, update progress control, time control, all this we use in a ASP.NET, and this is a introduction about ASP.NET, where we are using why we need ASP, why we need AJAX, why we need AJAX, and what we are with the help of what we are developing a AJAX program, that is XML, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Again, why we are using HTML, why we are using CSS, why we are using JavaScript is to write the content. We use XHTML for the presentation. We use CSS and along with the DOM, and we also use JavaScript for the dynamic content. We use JavaScript. So these are all the controls of JavaScript. Controls of AJAX. Controls of AJAX. Yes, students, any doubt? Any doubt? Okay, no doubt, no? Okay. Sridhar? Sridhar, what is the full form of
Yes, ma'am.
XHTML?
Extended hypertext markup language.
Hypertext markup language. What is the difference between HTML, XHTML and XML? Wait, Tejaswini. Tejaswini. Tejaswini, what is the difference between HTML and XML? Can you hear me, Tejaswini? So, is my voice is audible? ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ತೇಜಸ್ವಿನಿ? Pooja? Pooja, can you hear me, Pooja?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the difference between HTML and XML? No answer. No answer. Pooja? Surya? Surya?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the difference between HTML and XML?
Uh, XML is an extension of HTML, ma'am. It has more features.
ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಹಾ ಇವಾಗ ಹೇಳು ಸೂರ್ಯ
HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, ma'am.
ನಂಗೆ
And
ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್
XML
ಬೇಡ
is
ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ HTML and HTML not XHTML HTML and XML.
XML compared to HTML, XML has more features, ma'am, and it is dynamic. HTML is static.
ಅಷ್ಟೇನಾ ಮುರುಗೇಶ್?
Ma'am,
ಹಾ ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ.
ma'am, HTML is used to display the data. XML is used to transport and store the data.
ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್
And store the data.
ಓಕೆ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇನಾ?
Ma'am,
ಹ್ಮ್
XML tags are not predefined. HTML tags are predefined.
ಓಕೆ ಗುಡ್. ಹಾ
HTML has limited tags. XMLs are extensible.
and
In HTML, predefined tags are there. In XML, we can define user-defined tags.
good. And anybody want to answer?
Ma'am, in XHTML, every tags and attributes should be in lowercase. And in HTML, no, it's not necessary. We can write it lowercase or uppercase tags, ma'am.
Good. And
Doc type is not necessary, I think, in HTML, and doc type is necessary in XHTML.
okay. Okay, students, I'll stop here. See you in the